you holed up in your room again? Mom is upset because she says all you do is stay in your room and you won't even eat dinner with her.
What are you talking about? Mom doesn't even make enough food for me and gets mad when I use the kitchen. So I have no choice but to get takeout all the time. It would be weird if we ate together. Wait, did you come home?
Yeah, I figured I should drop by sometimes, and it's a long weekend.
What do you mean, sometimes? You were just here 2 weeks ago.
Why do you care how often I come by?
Well, yeah, but...
Now I'm just chilling in my room.
You're messaging me from the next room?
I don't want to get up and go to your room. But anyways, it's all your fault.
What are you talking about?
Just listen. I went to a good college and got into a good company.
Yeah, and?
I'm one of the best employees there, and my bosses love me.
Okay, that's good.
But you?
Me?
You only graduated from vocational school.
So, what does it matter? I found what I wanted to do. I went to school so I could get good at it.
That's not the problem.
Huh?
Now you don't even work.
What?
All you do is stay in your room all day and leech off of mom and dad. Just hurry up and get a job already. What I mean is, you need to get out of this house. Graduating from vocational school doesn't mean anything if you can't contribute to society.
Wait, I told you before, right? I work from home.
You're a freelancer or whatever, right?
So you do know.
But the world isn't that easy.
What are you talking about?
You're not like me. I mean, I'm amazing at everything I do. But Hannah, you don't achieve anything you set out to do. You're not gonna make it doing freelance.
Well, I know that it's not something everyone can succeed at doing, but I'm getting enough work as I am right now. That's why I went to vocational school, so I can hone my skills.
Wait, you decided to go to vocational school so you could become a deadbeat? You're so funny!
Okay, so you say you're a genius, but you're not making any sense.
What?
I mean, you don't even know what kind of school I went to, do you?
My brain doesn't need any additional unnecessary information. You don't think we're in the same playing field, do you?
Unnecessary, huh? I wonder what part of it is unnecessary.
Whatever. You can only stay high and mighty for now.
For now?
You'll get it soon.
Hannah, I have to talk to you.
What?
You need to get out of this house by the end of the week.
What? Are you saying that I need to move out?
Yeah.
Why so suddenly?
Sean decided to move back in, so I need your room to be empty.
Huh? What are you talking about? Even if Sean comes back, he has his own room. Why do you need my room?
Do you know what teleworking is?
Of course.
Sean's company has started teleworking, so he's thinking of moving back here, but he wants to have his room and his workspace to be separate, so he needs a workroom.
Okay, so you're saying I need to leave.
Yes. I think this is a good opportunity for you, too.
Why?
Do I have to spell it out for you? All you do is stay in your room all day on your computer.
I told you I'm working.
Sean told me. You only work part-time, right?
No, I work freelance.
It's all the same. It's not like you're even making much money anyway.
Actually, I am. Don't you remember? I've shown you how much I have saved.
Dawn says you can create fake information online.
So you're saying you're believing what Sean says, rather than what you saw yourself?
Well, of course, he's successful. He has actual work experience. I can trust him a lot more than you.
What are you talking about?
Anyways, you need to be out by the end of this week. Sean's telecommuting starts next week, so I have to get a workspace ready for him.
Fine, but I'm gonna check one more time. You're really okay with me moving out?
That's what I said. You're not allowed to come back until you have a proper job. Understand?
Hey, Hannah. Have you moved out yet?
Yeah, the moving truck with all my stuff in it has already left. I'm on the train, heading to my new place now.
Sounds good. So starting tomorrow, your room is now my room. Next time you come home, you can stay on the couch or something.
By the way, your stuff came today.
Yeah, I had it scheduled to be delivered today.
That's fine, but you keep saying you'll be telecommuting, but there wasn't a computer.
What?
Normally, if you ship computers, they'll be in special boxes labeled fragile or whatever. But the only box labeled fragile had a TV in it. Are you sending it separately or something?
What? What are you talking about? There's already a computer at the house. I don't have to bring a separate one.
Was there?
Oh, I'm almost there.
Already?
I was killing time at a cafe nearby. Bye. Hannah! What is this? Why is everything gone?
What?
There's nothing left in your room. What did you do with all the stuff?
What do you mean, what did I do? I told you I packed it all up to move to my new place.
What? Why did you take everything with you?
It's my stuff. Of course I'm gonna take it with me.
You should only take the stuff you bought with your own money, especially the computer. I'm gonna use it.
What are you talking about? I bought everything in my room with my own money. The computer too. Of course I'm gonna take it with me.
You're a liar! A freeloader like you doesn't have the money to buy a computer that expensive?
I told you I'm not a freeloader.
There's no way you can do freelance work. You're too stupid. No way you can buy a computer by yourself.
I told you I'm making about as much money as someone my age working at an office.
Liar!
If you don't believe me, just ask Mia.
Mia?
Remember? Mia works at the company store. When I got my computer for work, they didn't have anything advanced enough in the store. So I asked Mia to order me this one. She saw me buy it with my own credit card. She'll tell you that it's mine through and through. I mean, I saved up the money for the computer at my part-time job that I was working at while I was going to school because I wanted to save for my future. So it doesn't matter how much I make now.
Whatever. Just bring back the computer. I need to use it.
No, I need it for my work.
If you're really making that much money, just buy a new one. Bring it back.
Just hold on. You want to use a computer for telework, right? I believe your company will pay for a computer so you can work from home if you need one.
No, well...
Whatever. Anyways, make sure to tell Mom that you were fired, okay?
What? What are you talking about?
I know that your company actually started teleworking 6 months ago. And that you're an okay employee, so you were selected as a member of the first team to start teleworking. But when you actually started working from home, you found out that you don't do any actual work, right? And you couldn't pay rent anymore while you were looking for a new job. So, you moved back home.
How do you know all of that?
My friend works at that company.
What? Who?
Can we stop talking about this? I get nauseous texting on the train. I don't feel so good, so see ya.
Hey, wait!
Bye.
Hannah, I need you to answer the phone.
What?
Your father's brother just called me. He said that I owe him 3 months back rent and I need to pay him ASAP. What is he talking about? Sean says he has no idea what he's talking about. Hannah, do you know what's going on?
What do you mean what's going on? Mom, are you not paying the rent?
Of course. Why do I have to pay rent for a house that I own?
Huh? What do you mean? That house is a rental.
What?
That house used to be owned by Dad's great uncle, so they've been renting it to us really cheap. But when you and Dad got divorced 4 years ago, you said you would not leave the house, so... They said they would let you keep living there if you paid the normal rent price.
What? Wait. So that means that until 3 months ago, the rent was being paid? There's no way your father would pay it, and Sean just started working last year. Where did that money come from?
Of course it came from me.
What?
You only work 3-4 days a week part-time, and I'm the only one who can pay it. And I told you when I moved out that I would tell great uncle that I was moving out so to figure out how you would be paying the rent.
Wait just a second. You were making that much?
I told you I was so many times. I told you that I'm freelance graphic designer.
What? I never heard that.
I told you. You didn't believe me. Or is that you just don't listen to other people? That's the main reason you got divorced, right? And when Dad tried to talk to you about what to do about the house, you wouldn't listen to him. Kept saying that you wouldn't divorce him unless you got to keep the house. All you did was whine like a little kid. And in the end, I had to figure things out with Dad and great uncle.
Was that what happened?
I've wanted to move out for a long time. But if I did that, you wouldn't be able to pay the rent. And Sean was still in school, so I had no choice but to live at home.
I see. Okay, then I need you to pay back the rent I owe and give me the money for rent from here on out.
What? Why do I need to pay the rent for a place I don't even live at?
But...
You and Sean are the ones who told me to get out.
That's...
I think it's reasonable that the two people living should pay for the rent, right?
Where are you living now?
I'm not telling you. I don't want you coming here. Bye. When I was told to move out, I asked my dad, who lives in a different city, for advice. I cried when he told me I'd done a good job. Currently, I live alone in the same city as my dad. It seems that Mom contacted Dad to try and get back together with him. But he brushed her off and asked about her current living situation. Sean and my mom couldn't pay the rent, so they were kicked out, and are currently living in a tiny, one-bedroom apartment together. Sean has apparently turned into a freeloader who keeps saying, I'm a brilliant freelancer, so my mom has started working more so she can support him. And they can't stop fighting, and it's overall an awful situation. But I don't care. They are no longer part of my life.
Karen! Tell me where you are. Huh?
Ugh, what do you want, Mikey? I'm at home working, obviously. Where else would I be? I did make it clear you weren't to message me while I'm at work, didn't I? Would you stop this?
You told me remote work wasn't possible in your line of work.
Huh?
You said it wasn't possible to work from home due to the nature of the work you do. I remember it clearly.
Where is all this coming from all of a sudden?
You still don't get it, do you? I know everything, Karen. I'm fully aware you're in our bedroom getting it on with a guy called Chad right now, huh?
Huh?
I wanted to catch you red-handed, so I hatched a little plan. I called both of our parents. Now, all 5 of us are outside and we're about to charge in.
What? No, don't do it! You'll interrupt my work! Gah!
I just handed in the divorce papers. It won't be long now. Once the divorce is finalized, I'll be taking full custody of Elena. This chat will remain in place as a place for us to discuss things relating to our daughter. I'll be renaming it Elena's Parents, and we'll be using it instead of blocking each other. Given that I'm her guardian now, you need to respect her will, so do not under any circumstance attempt to meet her unless she gives you permission.
I'm pleased we're finally divorcing. This has been a long time coming. But I am still Elena's mother, you know. Why do I have to accept you stealing her away from me? I gave birth to her. This isn't fair.
She's still traumatized over what you did. She hates you. If you genuinely love her and genuinely care about her feelings, you need to keep your distance until she says otherwise.
Oh my god. My parents disowned me, Chad broke up with me, I have nothing now. Nothing and nobody in the world who cares about me. What am I supposed to do?
That's not my problem. Maybe you can use this alone time as an opportunity to reflect on how things ended up like this. Goodbye.
Hey, Dad! Are you already on the train home now? Thanks so much for helping me move today. I couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it, Elena.
I mean, I will be moving again at the end of May, but I suppose I may as well make the most of my time here.
Right. We regret to inform you we are unable to provide you with a room that meets your wishes during your desired time frame. That's what the real estate guy said, right? I can't believe they mistyped your search criteria. I thought they had systems in place to prevent that kind of thing. Did they say they'd have something available for you at the end of May?
I know, right? I couldn't believe it either. Yeah, they did. It meets all my criteria, but the move-in date was way off, so now I've got to wait 3 months. They really dropped the ball on this one. I feel so lucky Carla's letting me temporarily use her apartment. I know I've already thanked her about 700 times, but can you tell her how grateful I am again?
She's a real darling, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll let her know.
Thanks. She's great. How did you manage to bag yourself such an amazing woman, Pops? When are you guys gonna tie the knot? You deserve to be happy, you know.
Thanks, honey. That's sweet of you to say. I'm not sure. Maybe a little longer? I don't want to rush things. Besides, we only just set up our company and we're busier than we thought humanly possible. The long-term vision is to have a company branch in every state on the East Coast.
Wow, you're reaching for the sky, huh? That's my Pops.
I have this surreal feeling of time passing faster than usual lately. I can't believe how much our lives have changed over the last few years. I can't believe you're living on your own as a student in New York now. It seems like only 5 minutes ago you were that mischievous little girl pulling those devilish pranks on me. Not only are you a whole plane journey's distance from our hometown, but this is your first time living totally on your own. I want you to know that you can talk to me whenever you want, about anything.
I know, Dad. That means a lot. Thanks. Dad!
Huh? Elena, what's wrong? How come you're messaging me at this hour?
Were you sleeping? I'm really sorry if I woke you.
You're not struggling with living on your own, are you? It's okay, sweetie, you're never really on your own, because I'll always be here. You can talk to me about anything, whenever you want, and you can come home whenever you want, too.
Dad, help!
What's wrong?
Mom's coming.
What?
Please, this is bad. Listen! I was supposed to be staying at my new friend from college's house tonight. We get on like a house on fire, and she invited me over yesterday. But she got a sudden phone call saying her grandma in New Jersey died today, so she had to go back to be with her family immediately. Obviously, the sleepover is canceled, but she was kind enough to drive me back to my apartment before she headed for the airport. Just as we were pulling up, and I was getting ready to get out of the car, I spotted some middle-aged woman standing outside the front entrance, ringing my doorbell over and over again. That woman was Mom.
Well, what happened next? Did you speak to her?
No, I'm still not ready to do that. Even just the thought of her makes me feel ill. I asked my friends to take me to the nearby internet cafe by the station instead, and that's where I am now.
Call the police!
I'm holding off for now. Don't get me wrong, I will if I have to, but that's more a worst-case scenario type thing.
Why? I hope you're not holding back just because she's your mother.
It's not that, it's the guy she was with.
What, she was with a guy?
How to put this? He looked like the kind of guy who might be involved in some shady activities, like a gang member or something. I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but the fact he was with someone like Mom, the way he was dressed, and the big scar he had on his face, I just had to get out of there. You know what else terrifies me? I never even told her my new address, and yet there she is with some creepy guy on my doorstep in the middle of the night, before I've even lived there a month. I did think about calling the police, but I was worried about what might happen to me afterwards if they got told off and found out I called the cops on them. I thought they might hurt me.
Alright, I understand. Everything's gonna be okay. I want you to know that. Can you wait a little longer at the internet cafe for me, Elena? You're not to go back to your apartment until I say so, okay? Sit tight, sweetie. I'll handle this.
Got it. I'll sit tight. Thanks, Dad.
Hey, Karen! What the heck do you think you're doing? Are you still outside my friend's apartment?
Huh? Oh, Mikey. Your friend's apartment? I don't have the slightest clue what you're talking about. Elena's staying in room 202, isn't she? This is my daughter's room. My daughter, who came to live in New York on her own.
Wrong! That's my fiance's room!
What? Your fiancé?
We've been dating for the last 3 years. She spends 6 months of every year on business in New York. She's pretty high up at her company and is expected to attend a lot of important meetings. She figured it would be more economical to get an apartment than pay for a hotel every time, so she rents it as a kind of second home for whenever she's over there on business.
Huh?
I got a panicked message from Elena in the middle of the night, saying she couldn't go home because there was a strange woman outside her apartment calling her name and ringing the doorbell nonstop.
Huh? Wait, that doesn't make sense. I saw Elena coming in here before. You can't fool me.
That's because Elena and my fiancé know each other. They're so close, they're basically family. Do you not think it's more likely that she just has a spare key to the place?
Wait, what? Are you being serious right now?
When I heard you'd shown up out of the blue, I told her to get away and stay away until we could be sure you'd left.
What? Why? I need to see my daughter. Do you have any idea how difficult this makes things for me?
Why does it?
Because Elena is supposed to be looking after me from now on.
Excuse me?
The reason she came to work and live on her own in New York was because she knew I was here, right? She's always so sweet and thoughtful. I thought it was only natural we'd live together in that case. I mean, it doesn't make sense to rent 2 apartments when we're so close by, does it?
What kind of mental gymnastics did you have to pull to reach that conclusion? It'd be impressive if it wasn't so disturbing. Besides, Elena isn't even working yet.
Huh? She isn't?
But seriously, even if she did go to New York to find work, do you actually think she'd want anything to do with you after what you did to us? You betrayed your family, Karen!
Oh my god!
I take it you've snapped out of your delusions now. Hurry up and get as far away from that apartment as possible and never go back! I'm gonna have no choice but to call the cops if you refuse.
Come on, Mikey, that's a bit overly dramatic, don't you think? Besides, I'm already inside.
What? Did you break into my fiancé's freaking apartment?
What was I supposed to do? It was cold outside. I didn't think there'd be a problem with me moving in, what with my daughter living here and all.
Moving in? Are you insane? Wait, wasn't the door locked?
Well...
No way. Let me guess, you had that slimebo Chad teach you how to pick locks, didn't you? I know all about his criminal record and his ties to the mafia. He has previous for breaking and entering, doesn't he? Am I right? I'm right, aren't I?
Well...
The landlord told us there are several surveillance cameras set up around the apartment block, and the front door is visible on more than a few of them. You can lie as much as you like, but you'll never get away with this! If you did break in, you're on camera.
Seriously?
I have no choice but to call the police.
No, wait. Please, just wait. Let's not do anything drastic here. Let's become reasonable adults. Ugh! I only did it because I thought it was Elena's room. Anyway, all I did was come to visit my daughter. What's wrong with that? Visiting your daughter isn't a crime.
I have a sneaking suspicion it is a crime, if it involves picking a lock and breaking into someone's apartment. And you don't get a get-out-of-jail-free card just because you didn't think something was against the law.
But, Mikey...
Blatant criminal activity aside, the real problem here is that Elena still hasn't given you permission to meet her, has she?
Huh?
I've taken a neutral stance and always been willing to respect her will since the beginning. I thought maybe she might be ready to meet you one day, but far from it. She says she hates you and never wants to see you again. That means you need to go away and stay away forever. Stop upsetting her! You poisonous woman! You've already done enough damage.
But I'm her mother. She's my daughter.
You lost any right to call yourself a mother when you betrayed us. When you chose to follow your base desires over your family. You'll never meet her as long as she doesn't want to meet you. Got it?
Oh my god. But what are we supposed to do now?
We?
My boyfriend. We just sold his apartment because we thought we'd be living with Elena from now on. We have nowhere else to go.
You did what?
My boyfriend, Tyrone. He may have struggled to hold down a job in the past, but he stopped selling crack recently and he's trying to turn his life around. He was so excited about our new home.
Your boyfriend sells crack?
Sold, Mikey, sold. Past tense. He's a good man with a good heart, I swear. This apartment was a lifeline for him. What are we supposed to do now? Wait, what's that? I can hear police sirens outside. What the hell? Are they here for the neighbors?
Oh, the landlord must have checked the surveillance footage. He probably called the cops on you.
What?
Yep, I sent him a message. I'm sorry to bug you in the middle of the night like this, but I think my ex-wife might have just broken into one of your properties. Please don't hesitate to call the cops.
What gives you the right to do that?
What gives you the right to break into my fiancé's apartment? Breaking and entering is a crime, and crime is illegal! You're a criminal, and so is your boyfriend! Are you seriously gonna claim picking a lock and breaking into someone else's property isn't a crime? You don't have a leg to stand on! Of course the cops were gonna come! How else could this have possibly ended?
It was supposed to end happily ever after. This can't be happening.
Good morning, Elena. How you doing, sweetie? I know Carla already messaged you, but just to confirm, your mom got taken away by the police last night, so it's safe to go back to the apartment. There's nothing to worry about, at least for now.
Got it. Thanks, Dad.
Even still, you must be pretty anxious about going back there all on your own.
Well, to tell the truth, yes. Carla's been super kind by letting me stay here, and I'm grateful for that. Really, I am. But the real estate people say they'll have my room ready in about 2 weeks. I was wondering if there's anywhere I might be able to stay until then, just in case?
About that. Carla has a 3-week business trip in New York scheduled to start tomorrow. But she decided to advance her plans and is on the plane as we speak. She'll be landing at JFK soon, and will be with you by this evening.
Really?
Even still, it's probably best you stay away from the apartment for now. She suggested you both stay at a business hotel until you can move into your new place. What do you think?
I think I like the sound of it. Wow, Carla's the best. I love her.
Great. I'll message her with the news.
Thank you. I'm starting to think she's actually a goddess. I want her to be my mom.
She'll be overjoyed to hear that, sweetie.
Really?
Anyway, Carla will be landing at JFK within the next 10 minutes. So how about you two discuss the plan for New York over text while she makes her way to the apartment on the train?
Okay, I'll message her now. Thanks a bunch, Dad.
Just as expected, my ex-wife's new boyfriend was the kind of person it's best not to associate with. I can't help but wonder what the hell must be wrong with her to keep picking guys like that, but it'll probably remain a mystery forever. Anyway, as you saw, the pair of them were arrested after being caught red-handed breaking and entering in the middle of the night. It turns out her and Tyrone, the reformed crack dealer, were both serving a suspended sentence for a previous crime, and they'll be spending a lot of time behind bars real soon. I feel like I dodged a lethal bullet in divorcing her, and I count my lucky stars every day. Not long after the events of today's saga, me and Carla permanently moved our company HQ to New York, where we also now live. Elena still lives on her own, and we want to respect her independence, but we're within walking distance now, and she can come home and hang out with us whenever she feels like it. Oh yeah, guess what? Me and Carla are tying the knot soon. Ever since that day, Elena's been calling her mom, which put the biggest smile on her face. I'm looking forward to the rest of my life with my new family, and I've never been more optimistic about the future. Here's to us!